Huh? No. Why, they didn't give us any straws? Jeez, man. Chick-fil-A? Wait, somewhere. We're about 30 seconds out. Oh, man. I got to get the chat going. There it is. Church music.
What's up, San Antonio? What's up, South Texas? This is Mike Jimenez and the Alamo City Sportscast coming at you from the west side of San Antonio, West Bear County. Also represented that Petranco life, that Marbach life over here.
Yeah.
Got Joe Garcia with me today. He's sitting next to me. Normally, you're on the producer's
That's weird,
chair,
right?
But you're right next to me today as I'm chowing down on some poodle food right here. I was on the phone with Chris Leha from MCS General Contracting as I was ordering my burrito from Chick-fil-A. It's the most poodle thing you can do on a Monday morning. What's going on, man? How was your weekend?
Weekend's been good, man. You know, the only thing that sucks is that I was going to be able to control the chat from my phone.
Yeah.
But for some reason, it stopped working. So, look, we're going to be able to see the chat, but I don't know if we'll be able to share every single thing. But we'll make it work somehow, even if I have to go to the other side and run over there and do it.
All right. You know, I'm just getting over my birthday party.
Yeah.
Kind of got drunk. Whenever Jason Minix is around, when Jason Minix of San Antonio Sports Stars is around, you know I'm going to get faded. And that's what happened on Saturday night.
Got a little drunk?
Bar. A little drunk, man. There were some videos and photos taken that did not make it onto Twitter because they would live in infamy. In fact, I'm not going to show this, and I'm not going to put this on Twitter, but I'll show it to you. Okay, here we go. It was $100 bet between me and Jason Minix. He picked out a girl and said, if she can spank you give you birthday spankings, I'll give you $100. So I tracked her down at the other side of the bar, and well, describe what's going on here.
She's giving you a spanking. Are you serious?
Is she a nugget?
She's a nugget.
I mean, dude, she's complete nugget. But yeah, I'm not going to post this on Twitter because that would blow up Spurs Twitter. And there she goes.
Oh, God.
Gave me 2 spanks right there for my birthday.
Did you at least buy her a drink?
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
Good man.
So very, very cool.
She was a good sport about it.
Lots to get into, man. The Spurs got moody this weekend. They split the series, if you will, over there. They got the overtime win last night against the Brooklyn Nets. The thing about it is that Austin is starting to dig the Spurs. If you heard the crowd last night, they really got into it. But the Spurs are going to be playing not only in the 5-1-2 next year for a couple of games. It sounds more and more like they'll be playing in Europe for a game. Can you imagine that? I want to do this, man. How much money do I have to save to go to Paris to watch Wemby play with the Spurs over there? How many members of Spurs Twitter are actually going to make that happen?
They don't want us down there, bro.
I mean, I've been to Paris once.
Puro Spurs Twitter.
I was
La
20 years
Raza?
old. Yeah.
They don't want us over there, bro.
I mean, come on. Can you imagine going over there for that? The getting on a plane, flying into De Gaulle or to Orly Airport, making your way, watching it over there, dude. I think it'd be so much fun. I think it'd be amazing. I mean, I know it would cost thousands of dollars, but it's funny. I saw this article the other day talking about these Swifties that wanted to go see Taylor Swift in Atlanta, and they saw how much it cost to go to in Atlanta, and they did the math behind it all. It was cheaper for them to fly into Frankfurt, Germany, watch it in Germany, and get hotels than it was for them to fly to Atlanta and watch the concert there at the Georgia Dome.
Well, the first thing is you're flying. You know, if you're in earshot, you might want to drive there. It might be cheaper. Take the bus, man.
Right. No, but they were saying that the tickets were like $2,000 a pop over there in Atlanta.
Oh yeah.
And they were $500 a pop in Germany. And they were like, okay. And they're like, okay, the airline wasn't that much more. Dude, flying to Europe is not expensive. I think people think that it is. It really isn't. My daughter and I are planning a trip right now to Argentina. And it's going to be in 2025. She says, Dad, I want to have a trip, an international trip between me and you. Dude, when I'm pricing this out, it is cheaper to go to Argentina than it is to go to New York.
Huh. Yeah, so we're going to Paris then.
Yeah, I think so.
You heard it
the
here
poodles
first.
in Paris, baby. The poodles in Paris.
I'm going to be wearing my sombrero and do a grito. Speaking of which, man, we got to go ahead and do it
Oh,
right.
no, we don't need
yes,
to do a grito,
yes,
dude.
yes.
Who
It's
stepped
Grito
on a
Monday.
nail? Who stepped on a nail? Oh, God.
Good morning, Raza.
Nothing would make me want to turn off a radio station or podcast more than listening to this crap. Oh,
Come
my
on.
God. Dude, turn this off, please.
This is a Raza. This is part of your heritage.
No,
Mike.
it's not part of anything, dude. It's just crappy
No,
music. Dude,
man.
gritos are stupid.
Gritos
man.
aren't dumb. They're part of who we are.
Oh, man, not part of me, dude. It
Oh,
ain't, dude.
Mike, come on.
I don't know,
bro.
man. I didn't grow up exit 7. I grew up exit 11. I don't know what to
No.
say, dude.
It's still San Antonio.
Give a grito, Mike, is what they're saying. You know, it's so funny. I used to mockingly do a grito in high school, but now my vocal cords don't get that high. You have to get really high pitch when it comes to that. And I don't know, is the grito dying a little bit? Because I remember going to Rosedale Park growing up and seeing the different bands out there. My dad would force me to go out there. We'd have church events out there. But it's just so, it does nothing
Look at that,
for me.
Jason Garcia. Turn it off. What the fuck, Mike? Don't make me fly down there. Shout out to you, Jason, watching us in Portland.
Yeah,
man.
like Jason's doing gritos in the Pacific
He
Northwest.
probably
I
is,
doubt
dude.
it.
He gets
I
wild.
doubt it.
Jason gets wild, bro.
So we're gonna get into the Spurs. March Madness. The brackets are out.
Oh, the baddie brackets
Dude,
too.
the baddie brackets. Dude, a first upset, and I'm actually pretty intrigued by the voting that happened this weekend. Because you know, the whole thing about the Latinas are going to win.
You know what's funny though?
goodness.
One interesting conversation we had at your party. We're talking with Anthony Pittman, right?
Yeah.
And his wife. And we started explaining to her about the baddie brackets. And she
Sure.
kind of rolled her eyes, but then we started talking about it. And she was like, okay, you have me intrigued.
I was like, yeah, women are voting on this, man. So
Yeah.
there was a funny can I show video on here? Or
Yeah, we can go ahead and do that.
Okay.
Hold on.
Well, not now, but I just want to make sure the capabilities of today.
Oh, look.
We're
See?
going to talk about one of the funniest jersey exchanges of all time.
Yeah.
That happened last night. And
God.
and we have to get into Bruno Mars because Bruno Mars has found himself in a little bit of trouble. And it reminds me of a tall tale. Because we have a new tall tale. I might have said it one time, but I don't think I went into depth as to what was going on with this particular tall tale. But the whole Bruno Mars story kind of got me going when it comes to this. But again, you can be part of the show by being part of the stream. Lots of people reaching out. Charlie Hernandez saying, good morning, let's go. David Outwater saying, yeah, Grito is back, baby.
People love the
Gun
Grito.
to head.
No.
Gun to head.
Grito Mondays. Every Monday, we're going to do the Grito to get you boys going for the week.
Jason says, Mike, vocal cords don't go that high from, I don't know. That's what he's saying. Head
See?
of a fist.
He said he'll do it. Jason will do the Grito and he'll send it to me.
Yeah.
Do it, Jason.
I don't know, man. It's kind of hard to see. You know what? They're having a conversation that is beyond this show. So it's kind of weird. So I'm going to kind of lay off the chat for a while now. But Spurs last night in Austin, dude, they were down 10 points with 6 minutes to go. Down 10 minutes with 6 minutes to go. In fact, ESPN said at that point, Brooklyn had an 89% chance of winning the game. And then Wemby went off last night. And dude,
went into overtime
to beat Brooklyn. And the stat line last night from Victor Wembanyama was pretty close to a quadruple double.
Hey,
Can you imagine if he had done that? People would have said, yeah, but it went into overtime.
And this morning I woke up to everybody giving Jeremy Sohan shit, dude.
Well, Sohan played like Sohan was doing cardio out there. He was out there getting his steps in. Well, let's go. Let's do the good, the bad, and the
He had a
ugly.
bad game, bro.
Let's
He had a
let's
bad
do the
game.
good, bad, and the
In
ugly.
in OT.
Wemby last night, 33 points, 15 rebounds, 7 assists, 7 blocks. 3 assists and 3 blocks away from a quadruple double. Again, that's only happened 4 times in NBA history. Twice it happened with a Spurs player, David Robinson and Alvin Robertson back in the 80s. Wemby, fantastic game. Hey, guess what? Good things happen when you pass him the damn ball.
How about that? Right?
Dude, and the Austin crowd was energized down the stretch. And the chance of defense, I mean, the crowd was legit. Spurs going out there and winning out there 122 to 115.
How are you not going to get excited for a win?
Oh, I know.
It's been a while.
But, dude, Keldon Johnson plays like a different man when he's in Austin. We got to look at his stat lines.
Vibe,
when he's
bro.
in Austin.
It's that Austin vibe, man.
Last night, 24 points off the bench. He was 5 of 8 from 3. Knocked down some big shots. Devin Vassell, 25 points last night on 11 of 21 shooting. Not good from the 3-point land, but it's okay. He played very well down the stretch. The bad part, though, was Jeremy Sohan. Sohan only had 4 points in 42 minutes. Had 4 assists, had 3 blocks, and 9 rebounds. Julian Champagnie. See, this is the problem right here, is that Champagnie and Sohan, it's okay when Sohan has a good game. Obviously, we want him to have good games. But when he has a bad game, Champagnie, he and Champagnie combined, our front court, 58 minutes played, 4 points. Our front court, 58 minutes played, a combined 10 rebounds.
Yeah.
Dude, we have no front court. We have no front court. And I know I signed that whole thing kind of jokingly and mockingly with caveats.
You were sorry. You can't take it back.
Oh, man, I'll take it back all day, every day. I'm not saying I'm going to take it back yet. I'm not going to take it back yet. But Sohan is what he is. You know, he does a good game. He is 1 good game, 1 average game, 2 bad games, repeat. 1 good game, 1 average game, 2 bad games, repeat. That is Jeremy Sohan. He's inconsistent. The guy shoots 44% from the field.
He's not an offensive powerhouse, man.
But it's the year 2024. He would have been a great player in the late 80s, early 90s.
I still like Jeremy, man. I like you, Jeremy. If I see you out there, I'll get your autograph, brother. Mike probably won't, but I will.
I mean, who would have thought? You know, a guy who couldn't shoot in high school, who couldn't shoot in college, and couldn't shoot as a rookie is not shooting well this year.
He's not a shooter, man.
He's not a shooter. And he's a luxury player. Oh. He's a luxury player. He's a player that you have on a good team that you trot out there as like the guy off the bench, or even if he is starting, he's the 4th or 5th option there. That's what Jeremy Sohan should be. But Jeremy Sohan is, he's just all right.
No,
he's just all right. It's just nothing good, nothing bad.
You're gonna say he's Marbach nice.
I don't even think he's that.
Oh my,
David, he's that. What's that? Purga over on Traders Village nice right now.
Oh man,
what's Traders Village nice,
bro?
Traders Village is trash.
Oh come on, bro.
But I enjoy it. It's trash.
No, it's
but I
man.
like a good flea market, dude.
Oh.
Eisenhower flea markets. I dig because basically Traders Village is a flea market. It is what it is.
It's a swap meet, yeah.
But it's got the carnival that's there. That's pretty cool. They have pretty good food over there. They have the Indian tacos. If you ever had that over there, they've got the turkey legs. They've got the kettle corn.
I like the petite one too.
I can vibe with that. I've never been to that one.
Yeah, man.
I like the petite strawberry festival.
Flea Mart, dude. Flea Mart's badass. That's all puro though, man. I don't know. You got to order in Spanish, Mike.
Hand over fist reaches out and says, "Bro, Sohan would not start for 28 of 30 teams right now," and that is very accurate.
Everybody loves him when he has a good game. He has a shitty game, and you all shit on him.
Well, the problem is that he has 3 crappy games for every 1 good game.
I still like the kid,
but the thing is that Sohan's good games are really elevated, and that's the weird thing about him is that there's some games out there where he has so much confidence and he looks and fits the part, but there are 3 games out there where it looks like he's walking around with a Fitbit on, just getting steps.
Look at Elias. He was at Traders Village yesterday. He goes, those turkey legs and the agua frescas. Dude, that's what I'm talking about, man.
That's what I'm talking about.
Man.
Nothing wrong with that, dude. Like I said, Traders Village. Okay.
You're not going to get you an agua fresca. You don't look like the type you would get.
I like agua frescas. I like the watermelon one, the pineapple one.
I don't know if you do it, dude.
Yeah.
Like, it's too ethnic for me.
It's too sweet. Do you have this in diet?
It's too. You're gonna get diabetes from drinking it. Oh,
Oh, I know.
God, bro.
Do you say diabetes? I think back to Rudy J. Rudy J says that half the diabetes in San Antonio is caused by Bill Miller's iced tea.
He hates that damn tea, dude. I told him I would buy him a bucket and put a straw in it. He said, "Hell no."
But Wemby last night, man, the confidence level. I mean, and he said after the game, Wemby said, "I'm not even playing to the best of my abilities yet."
Yeah, he's just getting started, man. Wemby started to, figure things out. He's hitting his stride. He's getting comfortable. I mean, this is just his rookie season. Can you imagine?
Can you imagine?
Dude?
Can you imagine
Damn.
when we get him a good coach?
Or good players? You get him a good.
Can you imagine when we
cast.
get him a good coach? Dude, Greg
What's wrong with
Popovich.
Pop?
Pop is a goat. He's on the Mount Rushmore of greatest coaches of all time. He's washed.
No,
He's absolutely washed.
man.
And you know how I know? 15-53. You know how I know? 5 losing records in a row.
That's he's rebuilding a young team.
He's
man.
not rebuilding anything. He's demolishing this team. This team is dead. It's 15-53. The Spurs have only 2 players on this roster that would play minutes on a good team.
I do like JC's comment, dude.
So the question was, we had somebody who reached out to us saying that Sohan would not start for 28 out of 30 teams in the NBA. How many teams would Julian Champagnie start for?
Probably none, dude.
How many would Trey Jones start for? 5?
He'd be coming off the bench, bro.
Right.
Yeah.
The only players that the Spurs have on this team that are legit NBA talent for a good team are Victor Wembanyama and Devin Vassell.
Hey,
and that is
your
it.
boy Alex the barber says Pop has to go. Is that who cuts your hair?
Oh,
That's your barber.
Might be him. Yeah. Very nice.
Be nice. Watch your mouth. He cuts your hair.
Pop's done. He's done. And we all sit around and go, oh, well, look at him, coach. Look at him, coach. He's done, dude. He's done.
Look at JC from Special Leaf. He says the only iced tea to drink is what do you say for the healthy
Is what's it called? Something leaf?
Special Leaf.
Special Leaf. There
He
you
says
go.
it's healthy because you have healthy tea. So if you don't want to get diabetes, go and drink you some Special Leaf. JC, we got to get you on the show, man. Castro and Sons, I got to get you on the show. I got to get my man,
Yes.
Chris Leha, in studio here.
Sith coming out saying that Julian Champagnie would start for a local youth league.
At
this point.
Man.
Dude, look at Champagnie last night. As a starter, 0 points, 1 rebound, 0 assists, 0 steals, 0 blocks, 1 foul, 1 turnover. He was out getting Fitbit steps.
Look at Hanover Fist says only 2 out of the starters would play for any other team in the
Right.
NBA. Or start.
Keldon Johnson would get minutes on another team. Malachi Branham would get minutes on another team. And maybe to some extent, I hate to say it, C.D. Osman would. But the Spurs have essentially 6 NBA players on their team, and they've got about 9 G League players.
Hey, Tim Gonzalez put in the chat that he got the gifts I mailed out to him.
Nice.
About a week ago. So good on you. I'm glad you got the gifts finally. Have fun at the game, by the way. I think he's going to be going this weekend.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Very cool. But the Spurs right now, 15-53 on the season. Again, their worst record ever of all time, I believe, is 20-62. So my math says the Spurs need to go 5-9 to tie that. Need to go 6-8 the rest of the year to not have the worst record of all time. And let me ask you this though, man. This goes back to Pop. You say rebuild and all that stuff. It's the worst season in the franchise's 51-year history, more than half a century long.
Yeah, but let's put that into effect here. It's the worst season because why? They don't have a lot of pieces that they need to be competitive. They're lacking in that department. They're trying to kick the tires.
But
they're trying to see what they have in the young core.
You don't think Pop has any say as to who's on this team?
Pop has a say on who's on the team,
Pop
but so
runs
does the
this
front
team.
office.
Pop runs this team.
But it's not just him by himself. It's decisions that they're making as a collective.
I don't think Brian Wright has any power.
Oh my!
I think this is run by Pop.
It's not just Pop. He's not the emperor, bro.
He is the emperor.
You're making him out to be the emperor from Star Wars, man.
He is the emperor. Are you kidding me?
Man.
He is the emperor. And the fact of the matter is that the Spurs will be better when they have a younger coach.
Be careful what you wish for, because you want him gone. But who's going to take his place?
It's going to get worse than 15-53.
Who's going to take his place?
It's going to get worse than 15-53.
Who will take Pop's place?
Dude, Becky Hammond.
Oh, she's not going to come over here.
Bring back Will Hardy.
Will Hardy?
Somebody. Will Hardy.
Oh.
Mike Budenholzer has been on the family tree.
Coach Bud.
Dude, somebody young.
Manu Ginobili.
No, I want somebody young.
Manu
I want a
Ginobili.
coach. Somebody young. Look at the NFL. The biggest thing that we see right now is what? The Houston Texans making moves. Who's their head coach? D'Amico Ryans. What experience did he have as a head coach? He had none. He was a young, hungry guy, no different than Pop was a young, hungry guy in his early 50s, late 40s when he took over this team. You need to have the energy, the drive, the desire, the hunger. And I don't think Pop has it anymore. I just don't think he's there anymore. And that's not to say that he's not a great coach or one of the 4 or 5 greatest coaches of all time. He's even a top 3 coach of all time. If you want to say he's number 1, you can make arguments for that, and I would support them.
Okay, well, it's like this. Let me put it to you this way. There's an analogy for you. I give you some parts from a junkyard, right?
Right.
And I tell you, build me a Ferrari.
Mm-hmm.
You can't. You ain't got the parts that fit, right? You can't make me a Ferrari. You might be able to make me some type of vehicle that I can drive from point A to point B, but it's not going to be a Ferrari. And that's what I'm saying. Pop's working with the pieces that he's got.
But what proof do we have that Pop actually knows how to do a rebuild? Because he's never done one.
He's going through it now.
He's never
going through it now.
And he's going to do it now at 80 years old.
Those are the pieces that he's got,
He's
bro.
not 80, but he's 70, 6, 77?
I'm just saying, you can only do so much with the pieces that you got.
He's done, dude. He's washed.
So we get another coach.
Let me ask you this. You're a Cowboys fan,
yeah,
right? Or at least you used to be.
Okay.
Could Tom Landry have won the Super Bowls in the early 90s that Jimmy Johnson won?
With the same squad?
Yes.
Probably, yes. I'd say yes. Yo,
Tom Landry was washed. Dude.
No.
Tom Landry was washed.
That's the great Tom Landry.
And Jerry Jones had the balls to fire him. And it was the right thing to do. As unpopular as it was the right thing to do.
They should have just let him go out on his own and say, hey, man, you know what? You can't stay here, but we'll put you in the ring of honor.
He wasn't going to go out on his own. And Pop isn't going to go out on his own. You know what's going to get Pop out of there? Either he gets fired or he dies. Those are the only 2 ways he's going to get out, man.
I'm praying for you, man.
This whole thing about, like, I have a 5-year plan. Dude, what was that movie with Adam Sandler?
God.
Adams was a Big Daddy when he goes, I have a 5-year plan. What is it? To not die? Come on, man.
We're not wishing
it's
death
over.
on Pop.
I'm not
man.
wishing death on Pop. That's what you get out of it.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is that he's not going to go out on his own.
Yeah.
It's not in his DNA.
All right.
Because there is no more narcissistic person in this city than Greg Popovich.
You don't think he wants to win?
No, I think that he wants to win, but it doesn't mean that he has it in him to do what needs to be done to win anymore. Sometimes time passes you by. Dude, Father Time is undefeated, man. Father Time is undefeated. And Tim Duncan retired. Monty retired. Parker retired. Robinson eventually retired. You know why? Because Father Time is undefeated. And it's like that for coaches and GMs too. Dude, that's just life. That's just life. And if we're going to sit here and think that Pop in his late 70s is going to have this renaissance and he's going to build a coaching team, he's going to coach this to a championship team, it is all imaginary. It's all fantasy land. Now we have Victor Wembanyama, who again last night 33 points, 15 rebounds, 7 blocks, 7 assists. We have this guy. We need a young coach to help this guy, and not Bill Self, a 60-year-old college coach. We need young blood. Dude, Becky would actually be the ideal one. And you keep on the argument of, well, who would you get? Who would you get? Anybody's better at this point. Because what is the Spurs record? 15-53. Like, it's going to get any worse, dude. You know what? Here's what I know. You and I could have coached this team, and we'd have only 15 fewer losses at maximum than the great Greg Popovich. He's done. He's done. And we have Wemby over here, and we wasted his rookie season. It's just, he's done. Pop is done.
You're not gonna give Coach Pop his flowers when they go ahead and announce his retirement?
I would give him his flowers. He deserves flowers. But it's 5 losing seasons in a row. Next year's gonna be 6.
I get that Spurs fans are tired of the losing. I'm tired of the losing already. I mean, the only way the team's gonna get better, it's not only through coaching, it's gonna be through the caliber of players that you're gonna surround Wemby with. And it's a hard sell. I mean, how do you make this team better in a short period of time?
So Chris Lehal says, F the hyperbole, Mike, name a coach. Dude, the ideal one's Becky. Because Becky's a
Becky's
winner.
winning championships in Vegas. Why the fuck does she want to come over here?
Because she would be the first female NBA head coach of all time. And if you don't think that doesn't mean anything, it does.
They're going to pay her.
And the thing is that if you saw what Becky did in the Summer League with the young guys, and they won the Summer League championship, I know that's Summer League, but she has a thing about working with young players and identifying with young players and all that stuff.
Oh, her players right now, they love her.
Well, both on the NBA level, I mean, Tony Parker sang the praises of Becky. She is better than half the NBA coaches right now. She is. So that is the ideal one. And if she's not there, then you got to, and why does it have to be part of the Spurs tree? Why does it have to be a part of the Pop family?
Isn't
tree?
everything part of the Spurs tree? Almost all the coaches that you have in the NBA are affiliated with the Spurs in some way.
There's like a third of them.
There's a lot.
Yeah.
There's a lot.
Yeah, there's a lot of them. And you know what? I mean, you can maybe even make a state the case, even though he's older. Steve Kerr.
He's a product of the Spurs coaching
product of the
tree.
Spurs coaching tree. Golden State is not what it used to be. He's used to coaching superstars like Steph Curry. He's coaching superstars like Klay Thompson and Draymond
They're
Green.
aging.
What do we call Sohan, right? He is the next Draymond Green. Why not bring in the guy that helped make Draymond Green a future Hall of Famer? Steve Kerr might actually be the name. And that's the thing. He has the pedigree of both Phil Jackson and Greg Popovich. He played with Michael Jordan. Why wouldn't it be Steve Kerr?
Well, if the Golden State Warriors wind up going through a losing season or two, he might be let go.
True.
It's getting there. You can see the decline.
Yeah. So there's a lot of names that could be out there, but at this point, I just want somebody young out there.
Yeah. Hey, Gert. Good to see you, man. Hey,
younger.
Shout out to Chris Leha too. MCS General Contracting, man. That's my brother right there.
Drew Show reaches out and says, took Steve Kerr 2 seasons to bring Klay Thompson off the bench. He did eventually. Kerr is kind of a jerk. Well, then it's it's official, right?
Yeah,
because isn't that what Pop is?
Yeah, he could be a jerk after games, so tough losses, and you're trying to ask him a question.
Yeah,
what are you trying to say?
So, but the Poodles in Paris, dude.
Oh God,
it'll be me, Spernandez.
What a shit show that will be, man. We'll be all fucked up before we even get there.
He'll propose to her at the Eiffel Tower.
Man, me and Spernandez will be fucking faded as shit, stacking cups, bro, acting a fool.
Getting pissed off because the serving sizes over there of the beer is probably 8 ounces.
We're gonna buy a lot. We're gonna need to buy a lot.
But the belief is that the Spurs would actually, hasn't been made official yet, would actually go to Paris to go play over there, and they would be playing more than likely the Indiana Pacers.
We'll see Dougie McBuckets.
Yeah. Hey, before the game last night, the Spurs paid tribute to the legendary Keita Bates-Diop. Keita, baby, he got his flowers yesterday. Some guy who averaged 5 points per game in his career with the Spurs.
Man?
Spurs gave him an honor.
I like Keita, dude.
It's brutal,
He's
man.
good people, man.
Hey, but big props to the Austin fans. The Spurs got a win out there. I know they got their asses handed to them by the Nuggets.
The Joker
in the first game. Joker went off. But it is this type of win because I bet you the Spurs right now are the talk of the town. Were you at that game? Did you watch that game? Again, I feel a lot more comfortable now because the Spurs are looking more and more like they're going to be getting that arena downtown, practice facility. So I understand that Austin's the Sancha.
I'm not going to lie, man. I got a little jealous watching the Sancha over there, the Spurs, and what they do for the fans and everything out there in Austin.
Yeah.
They go downtown. They're putting stuff on social media. I need nuggets. Bring me nuggets. You'll get a price. Why don't they do that shit here for the people in San Antonio?
Oh, man.
You know what they do for us here?
Hey,
Not a goddamn thing. Nothing. You don't see nobody out on Marbach. You don't see nobody out at these courts that they revitalized for the neighborhoods. Like out there, shout out to my old hangout, Miller's Pond. Spurs went ahead and put a court out there.
Yeah.
They don't go out there and try to do something nice, like come out here with
That's
Nuggets or something.
That's my old
I'll give
stomping
you.
grounds, dude.
I'm just like, come on, man.
People don't know this, man. I'm a veteran of Miller's Pond.
No, Mike. No.
So we have one of our
we
listeners.
Ain't the same.
One
bro.
of our listeners. You say this is a tall tale?
No, we're not the same.
One of
bro.
our listeners, Sean Quintero. He is one of the ones that I would go play basketball with at Miller's Pond all the time. So Sean, if
you
you're
inside
out there,
the gym or outside?
A little bit of both, but it was mostly inside.
Oh man, I don't know, inside. Bro. Hey, but you know, the thing is that you watch the Spurs and what they were doing out there in Austin, doing a lot of nice things, you know. But why don't they do that here? They don't do a
because that's
goddamn thing for us.
That's
here.
the Sancha, baby.
Nothing.
You treat the side piece better sometimes than your own wife.
They're like, hey, come out to the training center that they have over there, out there by the rim. What's it called?
Do you know why? Because Austin's fun.
So is San Antonio.
There ain't nothing to do in San Antonio.
Oh, Mike, no.
Not only
bro.
are we poor, we're boring.
Oh God.
You think Wemby and
Why are you always calling the people poor?
What you think Keldon and Wemby want to hang out at 6th Street in Austin, or do you think they want to hang out at Rosedale Park?
They should at least bring them around some of the iconic places downtown.
They're not
man.
iconic.
Bring them around
it's
town somewhere.
Dead.
No,
it's dead.
Man, you hate the people here. You hate the culture here. Man, are you? What are you, man?
What am I? I'm a fan of this. This is a funny story from yesterday. If we can show this, by the way, is there a way to show this on my screen?
Oh yeah, man, I'll bring it up right
now. What an exchange yesterday. A jersey exchange last night after the Orlando Magic Toronto Raptors game. If you can see that, maybe I can zoom in a bit. Anthony Black, Grady Dick decided to exchange jerseys. And what does it say?
God,
it says Black Dick.
Jeez, man.
Okay, first of all,
you know they're gonna cut that.
Young
they're gonna
guys
run with it now.
And here's the thing: Orlando's official photographer posted this, and they posted on Orlando Magic's Twitter account and Instagram before they realized, oh crap, this was all a joke. Okay, these are young players. They're both in their first season, if I'm not mistaken. But there's great video here, courtesy of Bally Sports.
Oh, we're listening to it right now.
Courtesy of Bally Sports, where, check this out. Anthony Black is seeking him out. And he goes, hey, dude, I want to do a jersey exchange. And okay. And Grady Dick is like, we're not going to do this, right? We're not going to do this. And then you can read Grady Dick's mouth. He goes, F it. He's thinking about it. He goes, F it. You see that? He goes, F it, right? And then Anthony Black is like, wait. I need to go get the photographer. And then he runs out and he goes and gets the photographer and he goes, hey, come here. I'm going to do a jersey exchange, right?
Jeez,
runs out, goes and gets him, brings him back, and then realizes it's not supposed to say Dick Black. It's supposed to say Black Dick. So he goes, oh, wait, I'm in the wrong spot. Wait a minute. And then he goes on the other side. The play-by-play of this is amazing.
Oh, God. You talk about sociology, dude. This is Sucio right here. USOA.
That's great. That is so great, man. And I'm a fan of Grady Dick. He's a really good shooter, man. He's having difficulty his first season in the league, but he's going to be a good player, man. Alex Noriega reaches out to us on our YouTube stream, says, and he knows he was there. Mike Jimenez used to drain corner threes at 40% at Miller's Pond outdoor court.
Never, dude, bro. Never.
Double rim and everything, dude. No. Double rim and everything. Wind going 15 miles an hour to the side.
Hey, Chris Leja, get me a USOA shirt. I'll wear it here in studio, man.
That is funny, dude. That is funny. I cannot believe they got away with this. What do you think about the social media guy that ran this for the Orlando Magic and that erased it?
Oh, they deleted it.
Well, I know, but do you think he's in trouble?
I mean, what are you going to do? The player is telling you, hey, take a picture.
Yeah.
But because you take a picture doesn't mean you have to go ahead and put it out there. You know? Yeah. You know what he was doing.
Yeah.
So props to you, cameraman.
By the way, March Madness is starting this weekend. So we have the play-in games. I believe they are on Wednesday. I'm going to be in Vegas on Thursday. So I'll do a segment over there. So just reach out to me. I'll do a segment over there Thursday and Friday.
Yeah.
I'll be there in Vegas with some friends. We like to bet on March Madness. Now, the brackets came out, but the funniest story of March Madness, I don't know if you heard about this, the head coach of Long Beach State. Do you know anything about this guy?
No, I don't know much about him, dude.
The MFer got fired a week ago.
How?
He got fired.
You get fired on his day off.
Dude, it was the funniest thing, dude. It was the funniest thing. They were 18-9, right? At one point in the season. They lost the last 5 games of the season to go 18-14. The administration said, I know you've been here for like 15 years, but you're done. And they fired him. But they said, but can you at least coach the team through the conference tournament? Through the conference tournament.
Oh, God, man.
He agreed to coach them through the conference tournament. They surprisingly went the distance and won the conference and the Big West. And they earned a bid into March Madness. So this guy's going to lead a team to the NCAA tournament
after he was
fired 5 days ago.
Jeez, you talk about a comeback.
Dude, I want this guy to go far, dude. I want the Cinderella story to be Long Beach State.
They need to make a movie. They need to make a movie out of this shit, dude. The greatest comeback in college sports history.
How do you get fired and then win the tournament?
Jeez, bro.
Long Beach State. The name of the head coach, by the way, is Dan Monson. Oddly enough, he basically said that he believes that he should have been fired. He went out at the time. He had a statement saying, I've been here for a long time. Do you know what this program needs? Young blood. So he was being very diplomatic about it all.
Yeah.
He says it's my time. I've run my course here. I'm hoping Greg Popovich is reading articles about this guy. He says, my time, all times have a season.
Yeah.
I've ran my course. I've done the best I can. They need new blood. Then he goes out and wins 4 conference games and goes to the NCAA tournament.
Hey, real quick, man, we're about maybe 10 subscribers away from hitting 750. We're at 740 right now. And you know what? We got a super chat from the Drew Show. So now I got to go over there and show it on screen. Hold on.
Okay, so Drew is bringing up a good point because oh, by the way, speaking of UTSA, he's mentioned UTSA. UTSA women's basketball, congratulations to them. They missed out on the NCAA tournament, but they're still part of March Madness in a way. They were selected for the NIT tournament, so the women's basketball team continues to play. But when it comes to the men's basketball team, they fired their coach earlier this week. Men's basketball coach was out there for a while. But Drew Show with a super chat says UTSA needs a new head coach. Hire that Long Beach guy. Well, maybe I'll say unfortunately, they did have their own guy. So if you want to show my screen here. UTSA has a new head coach for the basketball team. His name is Austin Clonch. Welcome to the Roadrunners there, Austin Clonch. Austin Clonch, by the way, if I'm not mistaken, was an assistant coach at Arkansas. He's a Texan. He's from Houston, and he is going to be leading the program from here on out. Again, UTSA replaced its head coach or fired their head coach last week. But Lisa Campos, the athletic director of UTSA, says, I'm extremely excited to welcome Austin Clonch as our next men's basketball coach. He had great success as a head coach at Nichols and gained valuable experience at some of the top programs in the country. He has high energy, a relentless work ethic, and a strong basketball IQ. What really stood out for me is when he talked about the people in Austin. What kept coming up time and time again was his ability to connect with people from all backgrounds and build relationships. She goes on to call him a terrific leader, and that she's excited to have him elevate the program to new heights. Again, he was with Alabama, who right now is in the NCAA tournament. So very, very cool. So Austin Clonch, welcome to San Antonio, head coach here of UTSA. Bama, baby. Bama. I'm still upset that you don't believe me that I had game back in the day. When it came to shooting hoops over at
Miller's Pond. No, bro.
Miller's Pond, Garza Park.
You could tell me a lot of tall tales,
Park.
but that one, no, bro.
Camargo?
Never. No. Man, you didn't play in the hood, Mike.
I did.
You didn't play in the courts.
I
The
did.
courts.
I didn't bring a
Alazan Apache courts.
Didn't know. I didn't.
Oh,
I didn't
come
play
on.
That. Not Alamo Apache. That's too closer to downtown than
Yeah,
me.
man. My grandma used to live near that area, so I used to go and frequent the courts out there, dude. It was fun.
Camargo, I was a veteran of. I was a veteran of Miller's Pond, Garza Park, because I was literally in my neighborhood. Gus Garcia.
Okay.
I would play there a lot back in the day, and then also the
Camargo,
Camargo
Park,
the Just for Feet, the Just for Feet on Evers.
Yeah. Oh God, dude.
On the top roof. Whatever happened to that court?
Yeah, we're gonna have to revoke your poodle card, man.
Oh, I never claimed to be poodle, dude. I never claimed it. Let's get some entertainment news in.
All right, here we go. We're gonna switch it up.
Oh, Bruno Mars, baby. He needs to come out and make some money, man, because he is losing money by the day.
It's a Coco, man.
Over there in Las Vegas. So for those of you who don't know, there was a story that came out over the weekend. And I follow this guy on Instagram and on TikTok. His name is Vegas Pauly C. I don't know if you're familiar with him, but he does like a bunch of news in casinos in Vegas, right? He talks about the financials of like how the health of this company, this casino. He talks about like, you know, which slot machines are having the highest payouts, which casinos are having the highest payouts.
Trying to give the people tips.
Yeah.
He was saying that he had known for quite some time. He called it a known secret, if you will, inside of Vegas, that Bruno Mars was a degenerate gambler. Now, Bruno Mars, obviously multi-Grammy Award winning, played the Super Bowl a few years ago.
He had a residency out there too.
He still does.
Wow.
And essentially, he's doing it for free at this point because
oh God,
he owes MGM Grand $50 million reportedly.
How do you just put that on a tab? Put it on my tab.
Well, they're paying him 90.
I know that, but I'm like, how do you have the balls to go out there and lose that much money and just like put it on my tab, you know?
Right. Well, $90 million after taxes, he's getting around 60, 58, I think they said.
Jeez.
He owes them back 50. He gets paid more than $1 million a show.
Yeah, 1.8 mil, I believe I saw.
But the fact of the matter is that he has an issue with blackjack, baccarat, and all sorts of game tables.
Man.
And so the question becomes, and I saw this on Club Shay Shay, I think is what it was. It was Shannon Sharp with Ocho Cinco. Ocho Cinco brought up a question. And I found this to be an interesting question. I want to get your input on it. He asked the question, wait a minute. Do the casinos have any responsibility to tell somebody you've had too much? Kind of like a bar, right? If you go out drinking, if I went out drinking for my birthday the other day, right? If they overserve me, it's a liability for.
Oh, it'll come back to them because
for them, right?
If you're drunk and they've served you over the limit, you get in a car and you get an accident and you kill somebody, right, they're going to follow that paper trail and it's going to come back to the establishment.
So Ocho Cinco was basically asking the question, a couple of things. Do casinos have that type of responsibility to tell somebody you've gone too far? And part of me, because Shannon Sharp said no, that they're in the business of taking people's bets.
Yeah.
But I'm going to fight back on that because I thought about this for a little while. He's your employee. He's a contractor.
Yeah.
Why would a business allow their contractor to do that?
And it's all about that money, man. They're trying to make money. And if he wants to go ahead and spend money he doesn't have, and hey, he's good for it.
Sith reaches out and says Bruno was a poker player, semi-pro back in the day. Chris Gonzalez says it's not a gambling addiction if you can afford it. That's what Charles Barkley once said.
Charles Barkley had a gambling addiction.
Yeah.
Big time.
But my goodness, $50 million.
That's a lot. It's not really the casino's job to tell you, hey, you got to stop. That's your job as a human being to tell yourself
and
to stop.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
But he is getting paid by them. He's on their payroll. That's where I think that's a gray area there that maybe they should have pulled him back because he is on their payroll.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you like this. Hey, Lehigh probably agree with me. Money's money, bro. At the end of the day, that's all it matters. It boils down to money is money. It doesn't matter where it's coming from. It doesn't matter if it's coming from your employees or it's coming from an outside source, like you have visitors coming in, tourists and betting on the tables or whatnot. At the end of the day, the casino is going to make money. They're going to look at any way to capitalize.
Now,
it doesn't matter who it is.
One of the witnesses there said that Bruno Mars, out of that 50 million, lost 17 million one night.
I bet, dude. That's a lot.
Dude, that's a lottery ticket that he lost in one night.
He's just betting stacks of chips at a time.
And when you when you lose 17 million, you really lost 30 million because that's after tax money.
Yeah, because I'm thinking, what is the highest chip that you can get? And you're stacking them.
I don't know.
No, it has to be in the thousands.
I held $1,000 chip one time.
Yeah, but I'm saying there's probably ones that go higher than that. And they just have them stacked, and it's just like throwing them on the table. I mean, damn.
That's crazy, man. That's crazy. Hey, our baddie brackets took a turn last night, man. I found this to be interesting because when you and I were discussing with Pittman about the baddie brackets
and his wife,
we were talking about the fact that Latinas, they dominate the baddie brackets. Selma Hayek.
You boys got a certain type. Your boys got a certain type.
But this time, we did the Hollywood one.
Oh yeah, that's what got
real. those are difficult ones because there was one bracket that was massive, and I'm gonna go ahead and say that there was an upset pulled off that I was not expecting.
Oh, there was almost an upset with Sofia Vergara and Marissa Tomei.
Yeah, Marissa Tomei almost knocked her out. Vergara got 2 votes the last hour to come across. So we have over 100 people who vote on this, right?
Yeah.
In one pod, again, the top 4. We're trying to find who we think is the ultimate hottie of 2024.
Salma Hayek's going to be in there at the end, dude.
She's going to be somewhere. She'll be Elite 8 at the worst.
Yeah.
But the Hollywood bracket, we're taking 2 from each pod and moving them forward, right? Penelope Cruz was the lowest one in one pod. She only got 12%. Jennifer Lawrence had 14%, but advancing into the next round to the Sweet 16, Gal Gadot, Wonder Woman herself, got 29% of the vote. Sydney Sweeney wins her pod outright with 45%.
Yeah, I bet she won by a landslide.
Kim Sanity on Twitter reaches out to us and says, people choosing Midney Sweeney over Gal Gadot should be ashamed of themselves.
Oh, man.
And a guy named Figs also says it was always Gal Gadot. But Sydney Sweeney advances with 45%. But here's the thing. The next pod was crazy because you have 3 that have almost equal votes.
Wow.
But it's the results are final now. Emma Watson, she's cute.
She is.
San Antonio did not care about her.
Oh.
Only got 5% of the vote. I like her. She's hot. But the battle between Ana de Armas, Margot Robbie, and Scarlett Johansson was brutal.
I'm telling you.
One had to go out. If I had told you before, I don't know if you've seen the results yet.
No.
If I had told you one was going to be knocked out, Ana de Armas, Bond girl.
Oh, yeah.
Margot Robbie, Barbie herself, or Scarlett Johansson, who's been around for 20 years, hot blonde, which was the one that you thought, this one's not going to make it?
Probably, oh, man. Ana de Armas.
Okay. I thought Ana de Armas was going to win.
Yeah, I would have thought she wouldn't have made it.
Really? Dude, our voters have kicked out Barbie.
Really?
Margot Robbie did not make it out of the first round.
That's surprising, bro.
Dude, what surprised me, though, was that who won the pod was Scarlett Johansson.
Oh, yeah. No, I don't doubt
36%.
that. I don't doubt that.
Ana de Armas made a comeback because Margot Robbie last night was winning.
Look at
in
my
second
boys
place
here, man. Midtown, Texas. We need a jug tournament.
Dude, so now I'm wondering, is Scarlett Johansson, is ScarJo actually a dark horse Cinderella contender?
She's not a dark horse. She's top tier.
No, she is top tier.
Top
but
tier.
I would have thought that Ana de Armas was gonna win this one outright.
Bro. You know what? It's gonna happen when you move to the final 4. The juggies are gonna rule supreme. I bet you anything. The top 4 women who make it out there in the Final Four are all going to have the jugs.
Ana de Armas is just stunning, and don't get me wrong, I love me some Scarlett Johansson, and I'm not saying that the people who voted are wrong. What I'm saying is I'm just surprised because, dude, I think more and more that our listeners like the white girls.
I'm telling you, they got a
And
certain type,
it's
bro.
throwing me off a little bit. It's throwing me off. I mean, Marissa Tomei was going toe-to-toe to the very last second with Sofia Vergara. Dude, that is crazy.
That is, man.
That is crazy. And Margot Robbie going off. See you later. By the way, I saw Barbie for the first time.
Oh, come on. You said you couldn't make it. 45 minutes.
45 minutes.
Turn it off.
I did watch it. I watched it all the way through.
It was a tough watch for you?
It was a tough watch. It
Man.
got, like Oppenheimer, it got better towards the end. But I now have a fantasy football team name. Let me see. What did Ken call it? It was Mojo Dojo something house, Casa House. Mojo Dojo Casa House is what he called it. That's what he called Barbie's Dream House when he takes it over.
Oh, yeah.
The movie it could have been good.
And you know what?
It was all right. It was all right.
As I.
It was a Jeremy Sohan of movies.
Oh, it was Marbach nice.
It was it was Marbach nice.
Oh, bro.
It was Traders Village nice. It was all right.
Man, Traders Village is a nice flea market, man.
It was all right.
No, don't give me that all right.
My favorite part of Traders Village is like, why do they have like a big old lingerie section?
What's that other one that they have that's further down? Mission? The Mission flea market's good too. I like that one.
Yeah.
But that's too brutal for you, bro. I don't think you'd
one
be
in Mission?
caught there. I don't think you'd be caught
I
there.
don't think I've been to that one.
That's not your scene, bro.
Chris Gonzalez down says I put Tomei in a terribly difficult bracket. That was true. Drew Show says you Sims think ScarJo is attainable because she divorced Ryan Reynolds and is a nerd on SNL. I'll never vote in that poll, Mike. Sorry. So Drew, let me ask you a question. Are you voting at all in any of these polls, or are you just not voting for ScarJo? Because look at the heavy hitters here. We have, let's see, who has done well? Sydney Sweeney's done well. Scarlett Johansson has done well. Salma Hayek has done exceptionally well. We're going to get to the nitty-gritty when it comes to all this, but today, the poll that comes out today are the social media stars.
No, man.
In comes the number one seed.
No, man.
Paige Spironic.
Okay.
Does Paige Spironic put up a huge number, or is she not as popular as you and I think that she is?
I don't know. I think she's gonna get in there, dude. I mean, she fits the type, you know. And the one that I still don't know if you put her in there or not. It's that Sniper Wolf.
Oh, I haven't decided whether
I'm telling you, don't. Man.
Sniper Wolf's hot though,
No,
man. She's hot. But here's the thing, man. Paige Spironic, we all know how she is up top, but behind, it's there, dude. She's ultimate woman. She's a fembot. Remember that the Austin Powers? She's like, I'll tell you this much about Paige Spironic, and I'm not saying that it would be my number one choice.
Yeah.
But what was that movie? Was it a Weird Science? If you were to have that whole thing, Kelly LeBrock back in the 80s walking out, if there was a computer generated perfect specimen of a woman, physically, I'm not saying personality wise, wouldn't it be Paige Spironic walking out?
Maybe. Everybody has their own type, you know, their own definition.
Who's your one seed right now?
One seed probably be Sydney Sweeney, dude.
That's gonna be interesting. Can you imagine if it's in the finals and it's Sydney Sweeney versus Salma Hayek, dude,
or Paige Spironic,
dude, or Paige Spironic against Salma Hayek, dude? There would be a race war.
Oh, come on.
in Spurs Twitter.
Tim Gonzalez. I'm still hurt. Zendaya got knocked out.
Dude, Zendaya. I think she's beautiful. She is very, very, very talented. She's with Tom Holland. Zendaya over the weekend was at a tennis match, and they're singing along and all that stuff. They're a cute couple, man. They are a very, very cute couple. Photo of them. Let's see, they were at the Paris Open in Indian Wells, California. I'm sorry, the Paribas Open in Indian Wells, California. So I was nice. It was nice to see them. I like them. They're like my favorite celebrity couple.
Look at Leha. He said Salma clears all of them.
Well, first of all, Salma 1997.
It don't matter what year, bro. She's hot, bro.
Salma 1997 is probably the hottest woman I've ever seen in my entire
From Dusk Till
life.
Dawn.
From Dusk Till Dawn. That right there, 1997 Salma Hayek is the elite of the elite.
That's perfection, bro.
Yeah.
Perfection.
I saw it's so funny. I've been calling Sydney Sweeney the modern Marilyn Monroe, and she had an outfit that came out the other day where they were like, "Oh my God, she wore an outfit just like Marilyn Monroe."
Yeah, she did.
I'm gonna try to find that one right now.
You know, while you're doing that, I'm gonna go in and play a quick segment here for our boy Jeff Garcia of Locked On Spurs. Locked On Spurs is your daily Spurs podcast, hosted by Jeff Garcia, the lead Spurs writer for Ken's 5 San Antonio. Jeff has a healthy plethora of guests all the time on the Locked On Spurs podcast. You can also follow Jeff on Threads at Jeff G Ken's 5 SA. You can also follow Jeff on Twitter at Jeff G Spurs Zone. So make sure you go ahead and give Jeff a follow not only on Threads and Twitter, but also on YouTube at youtube.com/@LockedOnSpurs. This is where you're going to be able to find the replay of the Locked On Spurs podcast. Make sure to like, subscribe, and share. And you know what? We're going to give Jeff some love. We got to give love to my boy out here that's in the chat early this morning. Our boy Christopher Leha of MCS General Contracting. MCS General Contracting, more than 30 years of combined experience in concrete placement. They are the best in the business. Honest pricing, high quality work. They get going on house foundations, driveways, concrete patio decks. If you want to extend the deck, extend the driveway. If you're a business and you need to put together a slab, a parking lot, or other concrete placement services or sidewalks, reach out to MCS General Contracting at 210-774-9155. They're confident in their skills, so give Chris Leha over at MCS General Contracting a call at 210-774-9155. And thank you for being a sponsor of this show.
And MCS is going to be at my house today because I probably shouldn't be saying this. There's something in my attic right now.
Oh, God. Something living in there?
Something's living in there. And I'm like, of all the things that you guys are doing in my house, they're doing a lot. What if it's going to be electricity? It's going to be electrical work. I'm like, I think I have something up there.
Got probably a squirrel in there.
Yeah, something's up there.
Squirrel.
It's making a lot of noise. That's all I hear. All I got to say.
Do you have trees that are near your house or near the roof?
No, we don't.
Huh.
But they can always climb the posts and stuff like that.
Yeah, yeah.
Chris Leha says, Salma clears today. She's been clearing since 97, 03, 07, 2013, 2017. Basically, every year that the Spurs have won a title.
Salma's like, she's built like a brick house, bro.
Mm-hmm. Show this photo real fast.
Yeah, man.
This is the photo from the Academy Awards the other day. Sydney Sweeney, they said that she looked like Marilyn Monroe out there. I can see it. She's a beautiful girl. She's a beautiful girl. She's very funny. Did a fantastic job on SNL.
Yeah.
All right, so I forgot about the tall tale. We were talking about Bruno Mars.
Oh, God.
So Bruno Mars, kind of embarrassing, owes $50 million reportedly to MGM. If you want to go back.
Yeah, it's a lot of money, dude.
I used to have a bookie.
Really?
Like a legit bookie. And I got in trouble with him one time.
Why? You were under it? You need a little bit of money to get out?
I was in my early 20s, and at the time, I worked at Ken's 5. And Ken's 5 had a bookie that would come by and would collect on Tuesday and pay out on Wednesday. And it wasn't like the Ken's 5 bookie. It just so happened to be like this bookie had a lot of clientele inside the newsroom. And there were some stories that I thought were kind of funny. Like one time, the ringleader of it all that kind of got us all into all this was a guy named Al Zimmerman, who got in trouble. I believe he's in jail right now.
Wow.
Al Zimmerman was the one who did the series called Perverts in the Park. I'm going to see if I can find it on YouTube.
Is that where they used to catch all the Johns in action? Oh, God.
And they're showing video of like guys
soliciting.
Yes, and having services rendered
Jeez,
Perverts
man.
in the park. Ken's. I'm gonna see if I can find that video.
God.
There it is. Let's show it. Let's show it.
All right.
Exposing themselves.
Remember
in city
this.
parks. Well, tonight we
This
were shocked
is
to see even more goes on out
This is
there.
like so
after
90s,
dark.
bro.
7 o'clock Thursday night. The sun's gone. So why in the world are so many men hanging around the bathroom? at
Almost Park.
Oh, God,
Hamilton
man.
working
Do you
undercover.
remember this?
I remember this from
Oh
back in
my
the
God,
day.
this is courtesy of Ken's 5. Guys would go into the park and they got in trouble for that. They're like, why was this being
Jeez,
shown? This was
bro.
showed on Ken's 5 back in the day. Again, I'm getting this on YouTube right now. And I remember this was known for many, many things. First of all, it was Chris Maru, his face when they go back to the anchors is angry. And then he goes out and he apologizes to the audience, right?
Yeah.
But he completely deflected. And they went back and they're showing the same video over and over again of these guys getting, handled, if you will.
Oh, man.
So fast forward, Baru gets pissed, right? And they come back and he goes, hey, man, I just thought about this. This is beneath me. This is beneath, whatever. This is beneath our station. We apologize. That never should have been shown. Goes on and on and on and on and on. And he goes, I didn't know about it. I didn't know about it. I wouldn't have had it on. I didn't know about it. Chris Maru is management. Why wouldn't he have known?
Maybe he thought the presentation wasn't going to be what it was. He saw it in person. He's like, oh, crap.
Okay. So Zimmerman, again, the reporter here, had a bookie that he would bring over to the
Look at him,
the
dude. He
station.
looks shiesty already, bro.
Yeah. You know what? Let's look up reasons why Al Zimmerman was arrested. It was Zimmerman arrested reporter, right? So why was he arrested? I forgot. TV reporter, a serious ethical breach. Producing and distributing child pornography. No kidding.
Oh, man.
No kidding. No kidding.
Wow.
Interesting.
That's pretty disgusting, bro.
Yeah, he worked for a reporter at Bay News 9. Okay, so let's go back to the whole perverts in the park thing, right? So the thing about perverts in the park was that so Zimmerman was a reporter, and you can tell he's kind of a shady guy, right?
Yeah.
Well, there was one time when he had a bet on this one game, and he's in the newsroom about to do a live shot, and he's watching this game, 3-point shot. Like the other team was down by like I don't know. He was like, he needed a team to like win by like 6, and they're up by 8. And he's like, I got this game. And the other team, for no reason, chunked it from like beyond half court.
Oh,
And it went
man.
in to cover the
He's
spread.
probably like,
And he lost his mind in the newsroom. And they're like, stand by, Al, stand by. And he's just fuming. And then they cut to him and he like tries to like get back into character. And then he does his report. And then he is furious during the package. That was kind of funny. Well, anyway, he introduced me to the bookie. And I started placing bets. And mind you, this is probably late 90s. So I'm what do you say? I'm down $300 or $400, which $300 or $400 is a lot of money now. In the 90s, as somebody who's making $10 an hour,
yeah,
that's a heck of a lot of money.
good chunk of change.
Dude, I was down to like, I asked the guys like, hey man, can I borrow? I felt like Bruno Mars. I was like, can I place one more bet and I'll pay you guys tomorrow the 310? Because they limited me at $300. Even they had limits. Even the neighborhood bookie had a limit.
310.
I was like, just make it $10. Dude, I placed this NFL parlay. That was the biggest parlay I've ever hit in my life. And it was Monday Night Football. And my parlay not only hit, it hit huge. $1,500. So instead of me paying him $300, he came and paid me $1,200.
Wow.
That is my tall tale. Al Zimmerman, creep.
Jeez. In more ways than one, dude. Like, damn.
I wonder who he'd bet on the baddie brackets.
Jeez. Well, you don't know because he's in the slammer, man.
Let's see. So the baddie brackets tonight, we're gonna have Paige Sporonic as one of them.
Yeah.
So I got to figure out who we're gonna have over here. I think that the one seeds on here are gonna be Livy Dunn. I think she's gonna. I think someone's gonna want to like. I think she's a popular dude.
You think so?
Dude, Yannick Garcia.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a big name. Olivia Culpo, Addison Rae, Kendall Jenner, Kristen Harper. Some big names out here, man.
I don't think Kendall will make it, dude.
Nah. Olivia Culpo, though, that is Christian McCaffrey's girl.
Oh yeah, no.
She's
no doubt.
hot, dude.
Yeah.
She's hot. Kristen Harper is Jared Goff's girl. She's hot.
Man, Jared Goff, man, he's working on a full-on football team, dude. He's got a lot of kids, man. They're all girls.
That's funny, dude. That's funny. Let's talk about March Madness, man. It's going to get going this weekend. Do you get into it at all?
Yeah, I get into March Madness. Actually, I'm going to be talking about March Madness tonight with my boy Benjamin Bornstein. So we might have a clip to show on the show tomorrow.
Now, there's 3 teams that got, or 4 teams that are said to have gotten snubbed, dude. One was Indiana State, which is the highest ranked team to be snubbed.
Wow.
Indiana State had what was considered to be a top 30 team in all of college basketball. They got snubbed. And it wasn't even close when it comes to like, I think they said that the worst they've ever snubbed somebody was a team that was ranked 33.
Oh, wow.
They were ranked 29.
They didn't make it.
They didn't make it. And that's that guy that Larry Blur.
Oh, yeah, I saw that.
Goggles.
I was watching that game live, and I was telling my boy Benjamin Bornstein, I said, man, this kid's fun to watch, man.
Yeah. Well, there are 3 teams that decided that they were so pissed off about it all that they're going to shut their season down. St. John's, Oklahoma, and Pitt all said no thank you to the NIT. It was the NCAA tournament or bust, and they're out, man. But it's interesting when you see this because I saw that there are 6 teams right now that are ranked 10 or higher that are actually favored to win the game in the first round. But I saw this stat that came out yesterday, and I found this to be interesting. So if you're looking to bet on somebody, it says that since 2002, so this last 21 years, the champions have been all top 40 offensive teams, top 22 defensive teams. They had to be both. That if you go back in time, so 2002, 2003, that's Carmelo Anthony in Syracuse, that time frame, all the way to now, that the champion was a top 40 offense and a top 22 defense. And it says right now there are 8 schools that fit that criteria.
Oh, nice.
Auburn, which is a very underrated team. Arizona, North Carolina, Houston, which should be a 1 seed. UConn, which is a 1 seed. Purdue, which is a really good team. Tennessee and Marquette are the only schools that actually fit that criteria. So if you do you believe in stuff like that where it's like, you know, you kind of need to have this, like if this and this and this and this happen, this typically wins. If I was to tell you those 8 teams are the field, would you take these 8 teams or would you take the field?
I'd probably have to take the field, man, because you know there are going to be some upsets.
Yeah.
Everybody's bracket day 1, boom, out the door. Like more than half, you're done.
Mm-hmm.
By day 2, it goes up a little bit more.
Well, the 1 seeds, we got UConn as the 1 seed in the East. Houston is the 1 seed in the South. Over in the Midwest, you've got Purdue and North Carolina. Lots of good teams down here, man. I mean, I know there's always going to be a team that gets quote unquote snubbed, right? The Texas Longhorns made it. Texas A&M surprisingly made it as a 9 seed. There were some people who thought that they'd have to play in as a 10 or 11, or not even make the tournament at all. Texas A&M coming in at the 9 seed. Texas Tech, A&M's playing Nebraska. Man. Texas Tech taking on North Carolina State, a 6-11 matchup. Tech coming in at number 6.
I feel bad for Texas Tech fans because we know how this ends, dude.
Yeah.
Heartbreak.
The Texas Longhorns still don't know who they're going to play. The Longhorns right now are coming in as a 7 seed. James Pledger from San Antonio Sports Star said that they didn't deserve to even be in the tournament.
They're a streaky team.
I kind of agree, man.
They're a streaky team, man.
They're going to play the winner of Virginia versus Colorado State. I will tell you this: whoever wins that game, I'm betting against or betting for, because I think Texas is soft and Dylan DeSue is hurt.
Yeah, man.
Texas is not a very good team.
They're limping in, and they're a streaky team. I mean, yeah, they can get hot, but more than not, they don't got what it takes to move on.
Other Texas-related schools: Baylor, the 3 seed, in their bracket on the West, they're going to be taking on Colgate. Alabama is coming in as a 4 seed against Charleston. Again, the assistant coach for the Alabama Crimson Tide is now the UTSA Roadrunners head coach. So he's still with Alabama, though. He's still going to be with them for the next couple of weeks, hopefully, when it comes to it.
If you want to see what he's going to bring to the basketball program, there you go.
Yeah.
Watch the game.
You know what's funny is that Gonzaga, who for many years has been like the Cinderella, and people realize now that that's a legit basketball program. They've been in the NCAA tournament for 20 plus years in a row.
Long time, yeah.
Weird thing is, the 5-12 matchup is considered to be the matchup where you get the most amount of upsets. And right now, the 12 seed McNeese is considered to be the darling upset right now against Gonzaga, because Gonzaga has a bunch of injuries, and McNeese has 30 wins on the season.
Yeah,
that is pretty interesting as well.
That could be an upset in the making, right
The
there.
other upset a lot of people were talking about is Samford versus Kansas, because Kansas is riddled with injuries, and Samford has good guard play as well. Tim Gonzalez reaches out and says, "Puro Blue Devils." That's right.
Yeah,
he is
he's a Blue Devil fan.
Chris says, "Watch your damn mouth when you speak of Texas Tech." What did I say wrong, Tech?
No, he was talking about me probably when I was saying the only thing about Texas Tech is that they're going to be set up for a heartache, because they wind up losing, man. That's the thing that sucks for Texas Tech fans. You know, Texas fans don't have much to celebrate either in the tourney, but man, Texas Tech, dude, they've gotten there and then they just wind up losing, and it breaks the heart of Texas Tech fans, man. My case in point, my boy Wesley Perkins, heartache, dude. Almost brought to tears when his team lost. He's like, "Oh, they're gonna win it all this year," and I was like, "Damn, son, you almost made it."
Dude, some of these brackets are harder than others, man. I'm looking at how this is all going to shake down. You have in one bracket Houston, Marquette, and Kentucky. I mean, that's okay. But there's one bracket that's just ridiculously hard. Is it this one? Tennessee as a 2 seed with Purdue at the 1. Tennessee's a good team, dude. I like the SEC schools, man. Like, SEC basketball is elite.
I don't know, man. I got my eye on that Creighton Akron, number 3 Creighton and Akron.
Yeah.
At 14 on TNT on 321. I don't know, man. I like Akron, dude.
There you go.
I don't know why, but I do.
The land of LeBron, baby. That's the land of LeBron. Creighton is a good basketball school, though, man. It's just, what about Izzo, man? Tom Izzo, the number 9 seed, Michigan State. You know that it's all about Izzo in March Madness, dude. All he does is win tournament games. That's all he does. This is fun, dude.
I bet against Michigan.
This is the bracket that's crazy. UConn as the 1 seed in the same bracket as Iowa State, the 2 seed, who was in the Big 12 championship game, and then you have Illinois at 3 and Auburn at 4. Dude, that bracket right there is fucking insane, dude.
Yeah.
And even San Diego State at the 5 seed
against UAB.
Against UAB, who won the AAC.
Yeah.
Dude, this is exciting. I'm going to get my bets in. As far as like,
I'm interested in that Clemson, New Mexico, man.
That's a good one too. In fact, New Mexico's favored in that game as an 11-6 matchup. That's
a hell of a matchup right there. I'm going to be watching that one.
Let's go to the favorites here. Let's see if there's any lines that are down here. In the first games, Michigan State is favored by 1.5 point over Mississippi State. This is going to be the first game. So the play-in games are going to be Tuesday and Wednesday, right? But Thursday is when the actual 64 team thing goes, and we're getting all the bets in. Dude, that's 9:15 Las Vegas time.
Yeah.
So when you and I are on the phone and I'm doing the show with you on Thursday and Friday, I will be watching these games from the sports book, man.
I'm going to be doing the show with you on Thursday, but I'm taking off on Friday.
Oh, okay.
Because I took off some days for my birthday weekend. So I'm going to be out camping with one of my boys, man. We're going to be enjoying some downtime.
Well, hopefully you get a little shindig going on down here, man.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we're gonna be partying it up on Saturday here. You're more than welcome to come on over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh wait, what day?
On Saturday.
This upcoming Saturday? Well, I'll still be in Vegas.
Oh, okay.
So my bad, man. I will. I'll
Send me a bottle of Buffalo
That's
Trace.
exactly what I was gonna say. That's exactly what I'm gonna say, dude. I bought my tickets for the Sphere.
Oh
the
yeah.
Sphere experience over there.
You gonna go see U2?
No, man, I got $1,500 for you.
Hey man, that's for the cheap seats too, dude.
But I am buying tickets to go see the Killers in concert.
Okay.
It'll be my 5th time seeing them. They're playing out in New Orleans with John Batiste.
And they can actually sing pretty good live too.
Oh,
the
dude, they're
Killers,
great
man.
live.
They're great performers.
They
man.
did the March Madness concert in Dallas that I went to. That was one of my tall tales. How I went to a Killers concert, only 200 people were there. That was pretty cool because it was outdoor festival.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And it poured so bad for so long that everyone left. And when it was their time to come on, 200 people there, 300 people
They
there.
rocked it.
And they did a full-on show to like a crowd that could fit in a school cafeteria.
Yeah. Oh, look at my boy Chris Leha already thinking of me, man. Got you a bottle of Buffalo Trace, man. Appreciate you, brother.
Yeah.
I look forward to him coming over on Saturday, man. We're gonna have a little gathering out here. Be a little bit of drinking going on.
Sis said that Mike thought that I said Lizzo.
Oh God, no, she no, not only no, but hell no.
Is that going to be part of the plus
Oh,
size
dude,
bracket?
that's the plus.
Okay,
bracket,
you know
brother.
what? I think we should avoid the plus size bracket. I think that's going to be the offensive. I think
Oh,
that'll
it won't be
offensive
offensive
because people are going to be like,
bro.
"Is she really plus size?"
There's nothing wrong with liking a little extra meat.
I know, but it's just nothing wrong. I am not saying that there's anything wrong with that. But what I am saying is that what we might consider plus size, somebody might not consider that plus size.
To each his own, brother.
Like, okay, like is BB Rex a plus size?
No. You say she's obese. I'm like, bro, come on.
I'm not saying I'd kick it out of bed, but I'm not saying.
Oh, no, you can't handle that, Mike. Come on. If he dies, he dies.
Oh, very cool. Spurs. My goodness. The season can't end soon enough, man. It cannot end soon enough. Spurs aren't going to be going on the road. These were home games. Somebody asked the question the other day, well, why couldn't these be considered road games? It's because math. That's not how math works.
Man, nice. DA Gaming. How about Alexandra Daddario? She's hot as hell,
Dude, Alexandra Daddario was actually on my short list of the movie star ones. The problem is I don't know how to categorize her because she's not a movie star. She's in movies. She's an actress.
Yeah, she comes out in
She's
movies.
not a TV star, but she's in TV shows.
Yeah, she is.
She's just an actress. I had a hard time placing her in the category.
But she's so hot,
Alexandra
man.
Daddario
She's
is
hot, dude.
beautiful. She is beautiful. Spurs back in action. They're going to be taking on the Dallas Mavericks here at the Frost Bank Center. That's going to be tomorrow night. See that finish yesterday? Kyrie Irving with that game winner.
Oh yeah,
An
And he's
18-foot running left-handed skyhook
he's
to
doing
win the
it.
game.
He's doing this as he's going through Ramadan.
Yeah.
So he can't eat or drink anything. That's amazing, dude. That he's able to do that and go through playing 48 minutes.
Yeah.
Man, that's crazy, dude.
Is Luka gonna light up Sohan for 40 points?
I don't know, man. If
Luka
it's
pissed
just,
him off one game last year, and ever since then, I'm sorry, Sohan pissed off Luka, was frustrating him last year, and then Luka came back and was like, "All right, I now know how to play you."
yeah.
That's funny, dude.
Look at what Tim Gonzalez says. Is Mike and Joe, how many 1 seeds will make it into the Final Four? That is going to be a good question, man. We'll see if we'll be able to answer that tomorrow because I'm going to be talking with my college expert here, Benjamin Bornstein, later on tonight.
Alonzo says just tuned in, and it's Pervy Theo hour.
Oh, Lord.
Oh my goodness, it's not pervy if everyone else is taking part, and if over 100 people are voting in each of these polls. It just is what it is. But man, when we get down to the Sweet 16, woo,
That's
gonna
going
be
to once
rough.
it gets real, dude. It's going to be tough.
yeah, that'll be the Sweet 16 begins next week.
You know, Carolina Teague's going to be voting.
Yeah.
And she went to your party on Saturday. I had to leave, man, because I had to go to work the next day.
Oh, she came to the party all dressed in an orange dress. She looked amazing.
Oh, good, man. She was telling me she was coming. I was like, man, I got to go. I'm going to miss you, you know?
Yeah.
Because I think I left and then she got there not too long after I left.
Yeah, Jeff Garcia was there.
Yeah.
Fernandez showed up.
Steph, shout out to all her friends, man.
Yeah, and then I had some
Minix was there.
Minix was there. Pittman was there. I had some childhood friends that showed up towards the end. Very, very cool. Everyone have a fantastic day. Again, it is Monday. We're going to have a show all week through Thursday. No show on Friday. Taking a show on the road on Thursday from Las Vegas. This has been fun. Again, vote on our polls. I'm at MJ Acquire Taste. Joe is at Two Shots Podcast. Don't forget to subscribe to Jeff Garcia, Locked On Spurs, and Ken's 5 at Jeff G Spurs Zone. It's been fun. See you guys tomorrow.